Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We're coming to you right before Christmas. Hence, my kind of red Santa garb.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. It's in the spirit of. It's band of the hand, funky hat, which I got last Christmas, by the way.
And High West Double Rye.
Boom. It's good you actually mentioned what we're going to be reviewing.
That's right. Let's test it.
Test it! Ho ho! We're back. We're so festive. How's it pronounced? Manga?
Manga, I think. He says like the Jamaica mon.
Oh,
manga.
That's right. Manga shirt. It's my manga shirt.
Whoever made that correction.
Right. Somebody made it. It was a while back.
Manga.
It was about 2 months ago, so we don't recall off the top of our head.
You're a Jamaica mon.
Bam, I'm a Jamaica mon. All right, so real quick, we got our little coins / toppers, and number 58. Whoever buys after this episode comes out will get the 58 in there.
Somebody will end up with number 58 coin.
Not that you can request it. We just when a coin request comes in, we just fill it, and then you'll generally
luck of the draw.
Yeah, you might get one from a show. You might not. Is that good?
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of ryes lately, and we're prepping, we're warming up, we're stoking the fire to get ready for a different kind of rye shootout, right?
Yes.
It'll be coming in 2017, and we think, not sure, look at that, using the topper right there to preserve the nose. We think it's going to be like a sweet 16.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's a good, and we have 16 rye, so
Yeah.
we'll probably do 4 episodes with 4 scotches in them.
Boom.
We'll pick our favorites. They'll advance forward.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Now-
going to be more because we're going to have to do 4 episodes of 4 for the 16, and then they move forward to another episode, and then probably they move forward to another.
So we're
episode.
each going to
Probably
pick
like
2.
six
So
episodes
if we
of
do
Rise.
it like a basketball Sweet 16, that's a lot. Or should we narrow it down
I don't
to
know.
where
Maybe so.
where we give them a score and only one advances, which
Yeah.
really wouldn't be like the basketball Sweet 16. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll see whatever's that seems like a lot of
That's gonna be
video.
a lot.
Yeah, it'd be, and the only way we would do that if it was like super quick. And Bruno likes when I make him go quick.
Yeah.
So, but we'll figure something out. There'll be 16 ryes, but we're not going to do them all at once. We're going to break them into like smaller clumps. We're going to have clumps of rye clumps, clumpy. So, what? You got nothing?
Moving
Am I
on.
overly excited again? I think the garb brings it out.
Yeah.
The garb brings it out. Christmas is almost here. It's upon us.
It is.
Yeah, I'll probably get some
Christmas
more
of 2016.
fun-
If you're
Bam.
watching this in 2018, Christmas already come and went.
In 2018? Wow, you've skipped a whole year.
Yeah.
That was like
I'm just saying
fast
in the
forward
future.
time. Wow.
Like
By 2018, we'll be super famous.
I was trying to think of Michael J. Fox's character's name in Back to the Future, but I can't remember his.
Marty.
Marty, that's right.
Yeah.
Marty.
Oh boy, I had it.
Yeah, there we go.
Marty.
Anybody?
Schottenheimer.
Don't look it up.
Schottenheimer. Marty
Don't look it
Schottenheimer.
up. If anybody knows it off the top of your head,
right.
don't
McFly.
don't
It is.
IMDb it.
It's McFly. Marty
But
McFly.
Marty McFly.
Oh, was I not supposed to say it?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh.
That's good.
I thought
didn't think we'd be able.
Schottenheimer.
That's right.
Thought
How can we not remember
Schottenheimer.
McFly?
I don't know.
All right.
Wow.
I get.
Holy moly. Hold on, I almost cupped again. Sorry.
Okay. Now I'm going to see if anything changes. I'm going to tell you I was confused by this when I tasted it.
Really?
It's not a traditional rye. And so when I nosed it and tasted it before, I couldn't tell if I liked it because it's different.
It's sparky.
Now I can tell you right here, it's a definite rye note, but it still reminds me in my notes I've got clay and dirt.
Ooh, earthy.
But I can tell now it's a rye note, but it's still, I can tell where I was getting that clay or that dirt.
First thing I said is as you lean in, go easy. This one feels like it's got that high alcohol that can burn your nose.
Well, yeah, 46%,
Yeah.
so not real high.
I know, but for some reason, I took too much of a whiff, and I was like, whoo. So I put it right in my notes, go easy. And I get some very interesting notes, and I just got them when I had this topper off. Iron. I got iron on the nose. It's that metal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then I got black licorice, and then I got that Christmas spice, or I put down here spiced pie.
I got black
Spiced
licorice
pie.
too.
Wow. So I'm going to nose in again.
I think that iron smell is
Definitely.
that clay and that dirt smell that I'm getting
Yeah,
as well.
I think you're right, because it literally hits me iron, earthiness, and then that black licorice, and then that spiced pie.
I can tell you though that there is. I wasn't getting any of the traditional rye notes, but I am now, just slightly.
I get a hint of dill.
Yes.
I do get a hint of dill in there. And that's probably, otherwise it really does surprise me on the nose.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a little bit different because this is a blending of ryes, which is why they call it double rye. And it's a blend of what they're calling straight rye whiskeys, which again, I believe means at least 51% of the mash bill is rye.
Yep.
And it's a blending of two of those.
And aged at least 2 years.
Okay, right. Yep. And it even says on here, why does it say double? And why the exclamation point? Because this whiskey is created from 2 rye whiskeys, both a minimum of 2 years old and sourced from multiple distilleries. And then it says go to highwest.com for more information. So do that if you want it. But yeah, I believe that is why it gave me, it's a very different note, and I actually can't wait till this will be in whatever kind of rye shootout, Sweet 16 or whatever, and I think this is going to stand out amongst them.
It could.
I think it will.
See.
I think it's going to stand out like I do when there's a basketball deal, and you can just tell that guy's not the guard.
It's tall.
Yeah,
tall
that guy
bottle.
is. Yeah, this is like a mini me. This is a mini me during the Sweet 16. Have you tasted
skinny.
it? It is. It's skinny. It's dimpled here. It's got rough little dimples on the glass. I actually like it. It's got a wood topper. It's got a cork, but it's got this wood top to it that I like. It's kind of got an old style bottle here with a horseshoe too, which it feels like that could come right out of Wichita.
1800s.
Yeah, we just got off the
You wandered
couch.
into a saloon and you said, whiskey, rye whiskey. And that comes sliding down the bar at you.
Bam. And as soon as I pick it up, all the bar maidens
I didn't
ran
want to
over
do that
like,
too hard.
Yeah, I know. And be like,
tip over.
it hit the lamp over here and broke it from Scotch Trooper. All kinds of hijinks started. Yeah. As soon as you pick up the double rye, the bar ladies just flock to you as you hold it. That's especially with this shirt on.
I'm going to try to get Bart moving here on the review.
Sorry, I am. Well, you were nosing. I'm filling time.
Bring it
You were like,
back. Okay, on the taste, have you tasted?
yeah, I did.
Okay, neat.
I did neat.
First thing, immediate buttered popcorn.
Ooh, I can see that. You know what I call it? Bready.
Bready.
Like a bread dough. That was your first off.
Yep, a vanilla cream and a pepper spice.
Now you're talking, because I put caramel aftertaste. I like this. We're like double shooting our review at the same time. You say something like, bam, popcorn, I up it with bread. So a little
Some of the sweet rye notes start to appear with water. A cinnamon, a little bit of dill pickle juice. And I've got in my notes not the usual rye notes with this one. I mean, some of them are faintly starting to come through.
Yeah. When you said the sweet dill when I add the water, I definitely get more of that sweet dill, almost like that nice little dill pickle you would throw on a hamburger. With that juice and everything.
Yeah.
And much so with the water. I actually like this one neat. And I stepped on your end deal there.
No, you're okay. That's hard to tell.
Well, you said it's different.
Neat or with water. I think the water brings out some of the traditional notes that you're looking for with a rye.
Right.
Faintly. They're faintly in there.
Yeah. I still get that caramel aftertaste. I am totally with you when you say it, though, on the buttered popcorn, though. I don't get as much of that bready kind of flavor after adding the water. The nose didn't really change too much either. I get more of that earth, that almost like if you've got an old stump, a tree that's fallen in the forest and it's just fallen apart. And when you roll it over and you get that earthy taste,
that
smell,
old
musk.
old deep earth.
Right.
Now, see, to me, I'm not getting as much of the iron smell now in the clay or the dirt.
I would agree. It went less from that iron and more into that. I get a little bit more of that musky earthiness, though.
It's a sweeter rye notes, citrus. Maybe, I don't want to say orange zest though that accompanies a lot of ryes. I don't really get an orange zest with it.
But I'm with you on that. Almost like if there were a hint of lime or something.
Yes.
Like when you squirt the lime in and you get a little bit of that juice in there.
Now, High West Distillery also was recently purchased by somebody else. I don't remember who it was that purchased High West. And a lot of people were astonished by how much.
Well, it went for millions and
it
millions.
It was like $550 or $600 million.
Yeah.
High West sold for.
Yeah.
So whoever bought it has some. I mean,
I heard who bought it. Now I can't bring it to the forefront. Put it in the comments. Comment.
Well, yeah, I could look it up here too.
Nah, it's boring.
We like to make corrections.
Throw it in there. Yeah, we like other people to correct us. That's why I love my wife so much. She can just correct me, and I'm like, thanks. I needed it. I needed correction. So it'll be in there. But yeah, you're exactly right.
But I think whoever purchased it probably has some high aspirations, probably has something in mind, or sees where they think this line is going to pay that much for it.
Well, it's a 46% ABV. You know what kind of struck me? I don't know if it's just this bottle. You notice how the bottle...
I just saw that.
Yeah, it's real thick, almost like the bottom of a rocks glass, but it's almost at a slight angle. Not a big one. I'd say like 15%.
Well, it's like it's made to not be uniform.
Right.
Like it's a handmade bottle or something.
Exactly.
Kind of didn't come off of the production line is the look they're going for.
I'm telling you, I really like it. It's got that dimpled feel, almost like you're right. It's a naturally, I almost said home blown, but like blown glass feel. And it's got that uneven bottom. I kind of like it. What do they call that? Hand blown. Hello. Sorry, I apologize. That's what I was looking for. I apologize. So, I get more of that caramel aftertaste when it's neat. I would probably drink this neat. In my notes, I drank it neat. So, I like it better without the drop of water, although I agree with you 100%, you get more of the traditional dill and rye notes when you add the water.
Yeah. I think I'm going to add a splash of water to that. Now, I'm still contemplating my score, just based on my initial tasting, and I think it's a little better today. It was really kind of, I've got it in my notes. As I was sampling this, I was trying to figure out how to finish the glass that I had poured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was enough difference. I'm enjoying it, though, today. It's better.
It's different. I score this a little higher because it's unique. It doesn't taste watered down. Thank you, 46%. And whatever this blending of two ryes has done, I can't really peg it. I can't put it into a corner.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what I like about it. I got to know. I like the presentation.
Isn't one of them though a real young one?
I don't know if it went into all that. Did it go into that? They said they're both at least 2 years old. That's all it really said. I'm going to shout out my score. 88.
That's exactly what I was going with.
Bam! I'm glad I threw it out there because I
thought you were probably going to be up in the 90s with it the way you were going.
No.
And I know it's gotten some good reviews, and some other scores have put it up in the 90s. But I'm conflicted on doing that because the notes in this are different enough. If you're expecting, a straight rye, and you're used to Woodford Reserve or Wild Turkey or Boulite Rye or Pikesville, Russell's, Sazerac, Templeton, any of those.
I don't think everybody calls it Boulite.
Boulite? That's how somebody corrected me and said it's pronounced.
Really?
Because it's French.
Ah.
I've told you that.
I know. But I don't think it's Boulite. I think it's Bullet. I like Bullet. Bullet sounds tough. There's your 88. Here's the deal for me. I like my ryes a little sweeter. That doesn't mean I don't like this rye, obviously. It doesn't mean I don't like ryes that aren't that sweet. Sometimes I do. But most of my ryes that get into the 90s are on that sweeter vein. But but I'm loving the difference that this brings. I think, well, I don't know, ryes to me are a little bit more unique. Like a lot of the bourbons I have seem to fit into that bourbon mold.
Yeah.
Ryes break that a lot more.
Well, but I think there's still flavor profiles. Same as when you think of an Islay Scotch,
Yes.
there's a flavor profile that you expect. When you think of a Highland or a Speyside, you know, something like that, there's flavor profiles that.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Highland,
I mean, they can vary, different casking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Same with bourbons, there's kind of a flavor profile. With Canadian whiskeys, there's kind of a general flavor profile. With ryes, there's a flavor profile. This one kind of is just outside of that mold, and it reminded me of the Koval rye. If you remember the Koval rye, we had the 3 little bottles.
Yeah, we did them all at the same time.
And the Koval rye just had some kind of different notes in there with it as well, which this one kind of reminded me of.
What I still love on this is that caramel buttered popcorn finish. The finish on this one is delicious. That's where some of the sweetness comes in for me. It's right at the tail end. Aftertaste lasts about 10-15 seconds, stays in that buttered popcorn caramel range, but it really goes feather light and just fades away, disappears. There's no punch in the face with this, although it is different. I did a little mini one against another just on my own. I won't say what the other one was. I paired it right up next to a sweet one, and definitely next to each other you can really see the differences. Again, that's why I'm excited to have this in the future Sweet 16.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was just looking at some of the notes, and it says that one of the blends is a 2-year-old, but it's a beautiful high rye that tastes of cinnamon, clove, anise, eucalyptus,
Anise.
and evergreen. And I don't know.
You're so bad. You're bad.
What?
Bad.
Did I pronounce that wrong?
You did. I'm not even saying it right, I don't think. Now, I know we've got...
Like Joey Buttafuoco. People can mispronounce that pretty bad sometimes, too.
Well, you
okay. Is it worth it? Let's move right in. I got to get you moving here. What was it? I think you're talking... This is $50, $55?
I believe this was $54. Yes, it's at the high end, but yes.
I think so, too. But just don't expect your usual rye. It's a rye, and there's some different. It's taking you down some different trails.
Which is why you're going to want to get it, and that is why it's worth it. This is not like, hey, standard rye, boom, fits into here, bam, fits into here. No. This is a much more unique rye, different, and valued for that difference to me, which is why. But yeah, I do believe it's at the higher end. I will be honest with you, if we weren't the Scotch Test Dummies and trying so many different things, I love so many ryes that are, bargain basement, that I don't know if I would reach out and try this. So for the novice, I can see them not going up to this level. I like it for its uniqueness and its differentness.
Okay.
Now,
fair enough.
Speaking of unique and different, we have our Patreon account, which is where folks can come in. They can donate $1 a month. It could be $1 a video, which we do right now, or may do more later. We're doing about 8 videos a month. We had one guy come on and say, my Netflix is only $9.99. I'm like, yeah, come on, no, look at me wearing a hat. Clearly, Netflix has like 89 gajillion subscribers, okay? Any help you can give us, if you enjoy the show, you like the whimsy, you like the hats, you like him throat punching me on occasional episodes, please go check out our Patreon.
It's about to happen again.
It is. But we got a shout out. We're going to do more on Patreon in 2017. We're trying to come up with some additional rewards for our Patreon donators. Donators. Sounds like a Terminator, a donator.
Supporters.
Be an STD supporter.
Johnny Michelson.
Yeah, Michelson.
Come on down.
Johnny.
It's your turn on The Price is Right. Johnny, thank you for supporting us on Patreon. We appreciate it.
Way to go, Johnny. He came in. He's actually at $2. Way to go on multiple episodes.
$2 an episode.
Johnny's huge, brother. Thank you. It really does help us keep the show running. You know, if you enjoy the show, it really lets us know. I will say I was at a convention, and it was a gaming convention, but several people stopped me and said that they also like Scotch Test Dummies. I've had one guy say that he'd gotten into bourbons, ryes, and scotches simply because of the show. So that was kind of nice. I love hearing back from folks. By the way, if anybody has any questions, email them to us or put them in the comments. We will reply to almost every comment. We've gotten a couple that were bizarre that I just thumb them and leave them be.
Best to just let them,
yeah,
let them be.
You know, it'd be like, you know, I was only going to throw one out there. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Scotch it!
Yep. Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can order your own Scotch Test Dummies Glencairn glass. You can check out one of our challenge coins or poker chips. They work as a glass topper. Cask number 1 means this is the first run of these that we did. They're numbered to 250.
Boom.
And after that, it'll become cask number 2. I'll modify the design a little bit and probably do more coins in that run. So this is the first run.
We need like a Star Wars run where it's black and white on each side or something. We need something different. Scotch it! Oh!
Well, I was going to say...
You keep saying we're done, and then I go...
You blabber on and go on and on and on, and then I can't do it.
But you cue me to give the ending, and then you keep stepping in.
$10. I'm going to save you the trip there if you want to order one.
$10 US.
2-inch ceramic poker chip.
$10 US.
Now,
we've had South Africa. We've had Australia.
We did ship one to South
had
Africa.
the UK. I'm kind of tracking where they go around the world.
Good.
I picture somebody like in South Africa breaking one out, and then some guy's visiting from India, and he's like, "Yeah, I got number 62," and it'd be like, "Woo!"
Yep.
And you'll just know your kin.
Well, I'll tell you, I was kind of worried about how fragile they were, but I've been carrying this one with me now for a while, and you can drop them. That's granite. You can whack it. You could probably throw it at somebody.
Oh, you
go pick it up.
You could kill them.
So, all right, now.
You sure? You got to give me a double point. Bam! Scotch it! Now I'm all blown, dude. It's all gone. You Scotch gods!
Cilantro. Dummies.
Test it! Ho ho!
You're rambling too much with the Christmas, the shirt and the hat stuck on. It's quick.
Okay.
Pop it out.
Quick and then come back.
Go.
You want to do one more?
Yeah.
Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies coming to you with High West Whiskey Rye.
You go into the shirt and the hat.
No, I skipped it. I was going to skip it.
No, you had to touch it.
I was going to leave it.
The same we've been doing. We just like, you're like,
it.
it's a red shirt.